Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Have you ever
I wanted to speak about this article that I was sent by one of my subscribers. I want to say hi and thank you. And you're always commenting, and I do appreciate you. And this is Antoinette Montero. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Shout out to you. Thank you for sending me this article, because this is something that I really want to talk about, and the direction that I'm going in, something that I've noticed. And this article says PopSugar gentrifies the natural hair movement and we're confused. And it says, white people are joining the natural hair movement now, basically. Black folks really can't have anything, which is true. We can never have anything. Now here you see 3 Caucasian females, and they're talking about their different hair types. Really? I can't really see this one. I'm not sure what her hair type is. And this one, texture hair and thick hair. I'm wondering if this is fine or thin or straight hair. And this is textured hair and this is thick hair. Are they serious? Are they serious? When has a Caucasian female had any type of issues with their hair? As far as I know, there was never a law in place in this country, in this fucking country, that told them they had to cover up their hair because it was too thick, it was too textured, or it was too stringy and oily. What the fuck? I cannot deal with this bullshit. Let's read this just for shits and giggles. It looks like the natural hair movement have been hijacked and gentrified like Brooklyn. The natural hair movement has become a response for Black women to toss aside the damaging psychological effects of white beauty standard in order to embrace themselves and their Blackness through hair, instead of strengthening one's hair to adapt to European beauty standards. Black women are letting their curls bounce, and that is an issue. This is coming about because whenever a Black woman, specifically when a Black female is getting some type of shine, she is in her own fucking lane, she is celebrating her beauty, they always have to come in and they want to take that spotlight away. This is a fucking joke. This shit is a slap in the face. These Beckys need to go have several fucking seats. How the hell? Exactly. What damaging effects has a troglodyte of the female variety had that she has to now embrace her hair, which she has been wearing her entire fucking life? Has she been perming her hair to fit into what culture? Has she been straightening her hair to fit into what culture? What laws was made against her fucking hair? What did she go through because of her hair? What job could she not get because of her hair? What quality of life did any of these troglodyte females suffer? What lowered their quality of life due to their fucking hair that grows out of their head? Are they serious right now? I am so sick and tired of their bullshit. But yet, you have someone like Polite. You have someone like Ice-T. You just have all these black males. And this is something that I said. Black males are setting the foundation for this fuckery to exist because they feel comfortable doing this shit, because they're not going to come up against any opposition except for black females, and they don't view black females as a threat. If they see that their own men are talking shit about them and putting their pale asses on a pedestal, they really don't give a fuck, and they feel like they can run amok like this. It's disgusting. Natural hair, which I personally take an offense to this because I am a natural. I know what I am going through to this day to learn how to take care of my own hair. Because within this fucked up system, in this fucked up country, yes, I have seen it where I work at the current plantation that I work at now, where black women have been taken to the side saying they can't wear that hairstyle. They can't wear a cultural head wrap. They can't do this. They can't do that. And I've never seen not one troglodyte female ever be taken aside and said, your hair is this texture. We need you to do something with it. You can't wear that style. You can't do this with your hair. It's unkempt. It's unprofessional. You can't come to this school like this. You can't have this in your hair. You can't finish your schooling. There are young girls in Africa. This is Africa being told this about their hair. There was a black girl, her hair, it grows out naturally, big and puffy. It's distracting. It's unkempt. It's wild. Are you, And then people want to wonder why I wouldn't have sympathy for a situation that happened with the kid and the alligator, or the situation that happened with the woman, and her situation with the police officer. Really? Women's lifestyle brand PopSugar published a piece Tuesday, July 3rd, focusing on natural hair movement, but leaving out black women and women of color entirely. Even though the movement was spearheaded by black women, it appears the website is whitewashing a movement that was created in response to whitewashing and assimilation in the first place. Exactly. If you did not do something with your unkempt, unprofessional hair, you were not going to get that job. You were not going to progress in that company. You were going to get harassed at school. You could get thrown out of school, and among other things. It's disgusting. This just is so sickening to have to keep on seeing this shit. And the thing that really boils my blood is that there are black people who are assisting with this fuckery, and that's why it's happening. I guess this is the PopSugar article. It says, so at PopSugar is just going to hijack the phase natural hair and make it solely about white women. It says here, these three women are making a serious case for rocking your natural hair. Fuck them. The article features PopSugar staffers diving into their experiences with perms and relaxers and learning to embrace their natural hair. Who the fuck was making them get a perm and a relaxer? What? When I was younger, I used to straighten my hair almost every day. Creative intern Hannah Packer. It wasn't until college that I began to embrace my natural hair. In the humidity, it can be hard to manage so much frizz. So my go-to hairstyle is a side braid because it keeps me cool and is super easy, but still looks put together. Fuck Hannah. No one is trying to raid on their parade for loving themselves, but who is making them hate their natural hair? Black women are constantly told that their natural hair is unprofessional or wild or unkempt. Before I even got there, I already knew all the phrases that they say about our hair. But just to address something they said, nobody is trying to raid on their parade for loving themselves. Fuck this article for saying that. I'm raining on these troglodytes' parade. There is no reason for you to try and find confidence and to love yourself in a country that puts you on a motherfucking pedestal that you are still on today, and other men uphold that bullshit. But talking about loving yourself, because the truth is, deep down inside of them, deep down inside of them, they know they are no competition. The truth resides in them. That's why you have to go on these escapades of, I have to love myself, because even you know, you being put on this pedestal as the standard of beauty is fucking bullshit. When you have to work around, you have to see black women who are 60 years old look like they're 30 years old, and your ass is 25 years old looking like you're 55 years old. So the truth kind of seeps in with some of them. You know, you can sit up here and you can say whatever the fuck you want to say. You can make up whatever you want, but when you are comparing yourself to the women that you see every fucking day, and you're looking at this black woman with this beautiful smooth skin, and she looks like she's fucking 25 and she's 55, and your ass is 21 and you're looking 101, the truth is right there in front of your eyes and you can't fool yourself. So you have to keep up the bullshit to convince yourself. And, you know, when it's put out there, a lot of us as black people, we find it offensive because it is offensive. It is something that's out there being put to the public, and it's disgusting. But I have to calm down, take a breath, and understand that most of this is for their benefit. They have to make an article like this about loving themselves because they see the truth in their everyday life. It does not matter how much this system upholds them as the standard of beauty. It doesn't matter how many black women would bleach their skin because of the effects of this system. It doesn't matter what black women do. It doesn't matter any blonde streaks, which they don't have a monopoly on that anyway. It doesn't matter what we do. They see the truth. They can walk up to a black female who is the same age as them, and she looks so much younger to them, and it hits them to their core. So they have to go to these lengths to get some self-confidence because the truth is eating them and rotting them from the inside out. The constant images in the media promoting hair straighteners for black women encourage assimilation implies that black natural hair is culturally unacceptable in our society. My hair don't look good. It looks beautiful. Exactly. And I'm sitting up here with my natural hair that I need to go ahead and do my little routine on now, my afro. And it is beautiful. Natural hair for black women and women of color is more than a choice. It is a political statement. More times than not, black women define this movement. They will not be excluded. You damn right. And a lot of people are trying to come in and parasite onto this movement. But I do see quite a few women just saying, hell no. No, we're finna make a distinction here. And some of the kinkiest, coiliest textures like mine, I would be in the category of a 4C. Personally, I think I'm a 4D. I'm off the scale. My hair, I mean, I experience extreme shrinkage because I can see from the difference of me stretching it out. But my hair, sometimes I don't think it's growing. But then when I stretch it out, okay, it's growing. I mean, I have a lot of shrinkage. But some of the 4 category, like some of the other categories you can get away with, you know. But that 4, A, B, C, you know, and mine D, that's the type of hair that is not really put to the forefront. But yes, and I have this meme and I'm gonna put it in this video. This is a joke. It's hilarious. I could get mad and say, oh, fuck these troglodytes. They're on some bullshit. They're always trying to take some shit from us. But we have to keep in context of where this is coming from. I did go off earlier, but I do understand that this really doesn't have to do with black. They are trying to hijack it. We have to make sure that we do not allow that to happen. We have to see that for what it is. But we have to understand, and we can also call out that this is not about specifically black women. This is about white women and their need to always be put on a pedestal, to always have the spotlight on them. They have the least amount of self-esteem when it comes to any group of women, and they see the truth in their everyday life. I don't give a fuck what any man of any color, even their own, say to them. They have eyes and they have a brain and they can see. They understand what beauty is, and they see all these black women looking, like I said, they're 65 looking 15, you know, and they are 18 years old looking 35. It's wearing on them. They see the truth, and then they start to see their validation is getting less and less. It's coming from men, and sometimes men just want to, you know, screw me, or, you know, just saying that to get into my pants. But women, black women, are not validating them anymore by embracing ourselves and our beauty, and having, you know, little pockets of platform of uplifting our beauty and excluding them. Their fears and their truth, it's hitting them like a ton of bricks, that we like our beauty, we like who we are, we don't have to compare ourselves to you. The only validation they can get is from their own men, and men who potentially just wants to screw them, but they are not getting that female validation, saying, you know, I got the man saying they want me, and I have the female saying they want to be like me. I must be beautiful. But you have women pulling away from that, saying, I don't want your hair, I don't want your phenotype, I don't want to look like you, I don't want your skin, I don't want anything that you have. The only thing that will be a benefit is your social status, but anything else I don't want. I want to keep who I am because it's a better deal. and it's killing them inside. That is killing them the most inside. And that's why I have so many Caucasian females coming on my channel trying to threaten to take down my channel. And also they have a lot to say about my videos because they don't care about the validation from men as much. They'll use that against Black women, but they care about validation from other women the most. And they see with their own eyes what the truth is and who the real beauty is. I am going to read a few of these comments. Can't have anything like these white women cannot fathom something not being about them. And then the nerve to literally exclude all ethnicities from the piece, as if any appreciable percent of white women have ever been told that their natural hair was any form of unacceptable in this society that they have built around glorifying their personal standards of beauty as the most desirable, where they are the ones that both subtly and explicitly create constant tension between people of color and their expressions of their truth as it pertains to the professional world. Hashtag don't trust them. I would agree with that. This person said preach, and this person said, I really don't think anyone can excuse the exclusion in this piece. It's so blatant that they are either being intentionally racist or just dumb as hell. No, they're being intentionally racist. They deserve all the shade they are getting and more. Like the above article said, no one is trying to rain on their parade. Oh, I am. I'm trying to raid all over that fake, pitiful ass parade that they are throwing. But to only have white people, what the hell were they thinking? Even I know that the natural hair movement was started by WOC. Oh, women of color. Okay, right. Hold up. And this women of color thing, I don't know the definition of that. Somebody's going to have to tell me what the women of color thing means. Actually, it was Black women, because Black women have been the ones who have been discriminated. If you have kinky, coily, what they call nappy hair, that is what this natural movement was about. There are some people who have coily, curly hair that they have been wearing their natural hair and they did not have to get a perm to really assimilate. They may have flat iron straighten their hair or whatever, but the perms were not necessary. If you went and got the perm, oh well. But it's for the more kinkier, curlier, textures of hair. Like, and this person is correct. It was started by Black women with the hair that literally legislated against and discriminated against. It started with Black women, women with the hair that literally legislated against and discriminated against. That's true. And this person is trying to give Sugar Papa a pass. No, they don't get a damn pass. I need them to go have several seats. Exactly. We'll say that instead stealing a Black woman's movement, find your own movement. The fuck? Exactly. So those were a few comments on this specific article. And I do want to thank Antoinette again for sending me this article. Much appreciated. And it just shows exactly what I'm talking about. If Black women were so undesirable and were honestly at the bottom of the totem pole, why would someone who is at the top give a damn about anything concerning those who are at the bottom? doesn't make sense. It's like me getting excited over a lottery ticket that is not a winner. How fucking stupid would I look? Running into a store, I have a lottery ticket, and then it's like they look and it's not a winner. What the fuck are you excited about? That's kind of like what comes into my head. Like, why would you, the epitome of beauty, getting up out of bed, freshening up, putting on some BB cream and a little lip gloss and going out there and looking fabulous, why would they have to compare themselves or do all of this? It just shows you the truth. Just more truth that shows, do not believe this. They're the beauty standard. I don't care what black males say. Because we already know a bunch of these other men of other races and cultures, they on some bullshit. They're as whitewashed as anybody here in the United States. But even, how we get mad at black men. Come on now. The craziest thing is that white women know that they are not the beauty standard. You see how black men will put them on a pedestal and try and pump their heads up. Even they know it's bullshit. So that's why they go to these lengths to do some stuff like this. To hop on the bottom feeders movement, right? Isn't that what we are? We're at the bottom of the barrel. You're scraping the bottom of the barrel and you want to attach yourself to one of our movements. Yeah, the fuck right. I'll go ahead and end it right here. Thank you, Antoinette. Go ahead and leave a comment and let me know what you think about this story. And I will see you in the next one.